All right, hey now, it's the Rob from 1061.
Rob, wait.
What?
This is post to post. We got to do something big, something out there.
What were you thinking?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Town Square Media and 1061 KISS FM proudly bring to you your podcast champions of the world. He's the R to the O to the B. I'm STEVE. We are your hosts with the most, bringing you everything wrestling related from post to post.
It's the Rob from 1061 KISS FM here with my tag team partner in podcasting.
Hey guys, it's me, Steve, web contributor to 1061evansville.com.
And I might as well start by relinquishing what's been mine for 2 months, what's been yours for a lifetime, and then you brought it in as a trophy. You had, can I give you a round of applause for a perfect card?
Thank you.
Perfect predictions last night on TLC. How do you feel? You want to take an acceptance speech, a victory lap?
I'll just say victory is sweet.
What will you be drinking from the Too Cool Cup of Awesomeness?
I don't know. I'm going to have to get a beverage of choice and throw in there, but I'll definitely enjoy that this month.
Well, congratulations. It is yours. It is remarkable, and it should not go unmentioned that Steve got a perfect prediction on TLC last night. What do you think of the show, Steve?
I loved it. I did. I mean, up and down. The only weak spot was Swagger and Del Rio, but I mean, overall card, I think this was the pay-per-view of the year.
But I didn't get that kind of vibe from it.
Okay.
I thought it was okay. I would give it maybe, I guess I would just give it like a C+, especially considering, you know, there's a lot of opportunity for some greatness, I feel, at TLC. I feel like the tag team title match that got the show started reached its expectations and then maybe over-delivered.
Yes, it did.
Some really unique moves. And for still, like I always say it, but like to have innovative offense in a ladder match now is crazy to me because there's been so many. Like, when Razor and Shawn did it, it was innovative.
Yes.
And then when it started becoming a tag team ladder match, you could still bust out so many innovative moves. Now there's been so many to still see things you've never seen before in a ladder match is impressive to me. I thought the first match was the match of the night, in my opinion.
Okay.
Agree, disagree?
Yeah, strong case for it, yes.
I thought the show kind of lulled for a little bit, too. Every match was good. There wasn't a bad match, in my opinion. Like you said, maybe Rusev and Ryback. I kind of was making dinner at that point. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else didn't do it for me. The Divas I didn't really care about.
Oh, I enjoyed that match.
Okay, yeah, like I said, my mind was elsewhere, I guess, during that match. I did like the main event. Is there anything you want to talk about in between there? You know what I did like too was the tables match with the Wides versus the ECW originals. Yeah,
tables match was very good. I thought Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens put on a really good show. A couple of those, I thought it was over moments. I mean, they pulled that off pretty well. I thought so too.
Yeah. My favorite match was the first one. My second favorite one was probably the last match.
Okay.
Agree?
I'd probably switch those two. I enjoyed the main event more than I did. I mean, the tag team match was awesome. I loved the sliced bread off the top of the ladder. That took my breath away. But yeah, I think the main event was my match of the night because it exceeded.
It did exceed expectations. Let's so go ahead. What were your thoughts about the main event?
First I'll start off with the one thing I didn't like. For the last month, there's been these four guys and these four guys. And so when the League of Nations come out and attack Roman Reigns, I was wondering, where are the Usos? Where's Dean Ambrose? They should have added them into the mix. They could have still had the same outcome, but I felt like Roman's back wasn't had.
Yeah, they should have had his back.
And WWE does that quite a bit, but more so now because this is Roman's family, and no one came out to help.
Like, even in the post-match, they probably should have appeared. But then again, when you figure where they went with that post-match, I guess it makes sense. It wouldn't make sense to have those guys there. So maybe that's the reasoning behind that. I thought the match started with a great deal of intensity, and then it kind of became what I would say mediocre. Okay. And then it stayed that way until the finish, and then it became intense in the post-match again. Okay. So I thought it started off the right way, and then went on to be solid. It was a good match, don't get me wrong. I think it was the right outcome. I think that while I don't want another Sheamus title run, I don't want to advocate him as champion. I'm really enjoying this particular current title run right now.
Yep.
I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan of this run, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I admitted that on the last show that I'm actually this run's working for me.
Yeah, that's the way I would describe it too.
Yeah.
So some foreshadowing potentially with I don't know if they're talking about the Rumble. I don't know if they're talking about WrestleMania. But I feel like I guess what I took from it was it's going to be Reigns and Triple H at WrestleMania. I feel like.
Yeah.
Do you feel like WrestleMania or do you feel like sooner?
I would like to see it sooner, but it's such a big match. I'd see them holding it until Mania, which means that Roman Reigns probably won't be in the title picture.
That's what I was going to say. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're going to have Reigns and Triple H at WrestleMania, that doesn't need a title match. Right. That doesn't need a title involved.
Yeah.
So I feel like he might not win the title anytime soon.
Yeah, he may not.
Look at what has happened, to Roman Reigns. But I still feel like he's missing something for me to become a champion.
Okay, did he emote enough for you last night? He was full of rage. He was full of emotion. That's the Roman Reigns I want to see. That's the Roman Reigns I love.
Last night was a good night. I wouldn't say it was his best or his worst. But, for every last night, you have a Monday night before it, you know. If you want to say that last night, is an example of him being a champion, I'll take you back to Monday Night Raw where I thought he had dropped the ball big time, personally. So yeah, it's still... He's inconsistent with his achievements. Yeah. I will certainly say that. I thought here another example of him being Roman Reigns was when he got in the ring with Triple H, and he hits Triple H with a chair, and he hits him in the stomach, and then he hits him on the back.
Yeah.
And then Triple H gets up, and again he hits him in the stomach, hits him in the back. And I know you can't hit in the head anymore or whatever that deal is, but again, I remember at least 3 times. It was the same spot over and over again. I'm just like, this is Roman Reigns. Like, this is what he does. Like, he's got this, all eyes on him, and I'll do the same. It's I don't know, it reminded me of like a fighting video game where you get, it's like Sub-Zero. I'll freeze you, and then I'll uppercut you.
Yeah.
Freeze you, uppercut you. Or Scorpion, get over here, uppercut.
Yeah, but remember, in all those chair shots, there was the Superman punch, there was the spear, there was the slam on the table, the elbow drop.
It went somewhere, but
it did go somewhere. I think it's a strong step for Roman Reigns.
Overall, I praise the post-match,
yes.
But it's again, there's inconsistencies with Roman Reigns that will always divide us. But don't get me wrong, I love that you're a fan and that I'm not. Because, the wrestling world is divided by this issue, and we both have strong opinions about it. Other people who let me down last night. I would say Del Rio and Jack Swagger.
Yeah. That was my low point.
Didn't do enough. Although I will say a chairs match is a weird stipulation.
Yeah.
I feel like in this PG era where we don't hit people in the heads with chairs, maybe we shouldn't be having chairs matches.
Yeah, agreed.
Or like just some of Swagger's psychology of like I remember there was a spot where like they were battling it out with the chairs, and eventually I think Swagger got Del Rio to drop his chair, and then the first thing Swagger does is drop his chair and clothesline him. Like, what is that? Like that's just, you're not thinking things through. So I would say I was a little disappointed in matches like that last night, but overall I'm kind of excited to see what happens tonight on Raw. Is there anything we're missing big time, do you think?
Nothing big time I can think of.
Did you watch the interview with Shawn Michaels after the...
I'm hoping to watch that today. I haven't watched it yet. I do want to see it, and I will see it in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I've only caught the beginning of it, too. I haven't watched it yet, but maybe we can talk about that tomorrow as well. If there's nothing else, I believe you can drink from your cup of awesomeness, and we can sign off. So for myself, the Rob, and for my tag team partner, Steve...
The champ is here!